I am going to attempt in, as you all have noted, the mannequin dungeon, to explain the core conceit and events of the Monument Mythos in a succinct amount of time. We're on season 3. So, folks, here are the events of the Monument Mythos, as best as I can put them together, okay? And I'm probably missing a whole lot, but in season 1, we learned that there are these beings called special trees. And these special trees have existed on the planet for time immemorial and seem to serve as gateways to other universes. And not only that, these other universes, these parallel realities, have many similarities to our own, but differ in pretty significant ways. Two of them that we have seen so far. One is the Dean-verse, the universe where James Dean becomes president of the United States. And in this universe, by the way, humanity has coped with the existence of these special trees in a variety of interesting and horrific ways. One of which being they build monuments around them and then sacrifice people to them. And also the special trees seem to be the basis of modern technology in a lot of them. Which led to a war between the special trees and the major tech companies of the time. And then, but that's kind of neither here nor there. Additionally, we have this substance known as Giza glass, which appears to be something that can actually harm special trees, or at least lop off bits of them, and then they have to spend time regrowing. And the property of Giza glass seems to be like spatial displacement. So when you cut something with Giza glass, you're not really removing it from something. You're instead just moving a bit of its location. So, and this is horrifically shown to us in the form of the Freedom statue, which is apparently able to move on its own volition because its sculptor basically removed parts of himself and put it into the statue to serve as limbs. Then, we're skipping through a whole lot here. We also learned that there's kind of this nexus alternate area where all of these universes collide. And additionally, a lot of this comes down to George Washington, who apparently fell through kind of a gap with one of the first special trees due to the interaction he had with a cherry tree. And he then got basically spaghettified throughout the multiverse and contained within the Earth's crust of the Dean-verse. And we find all this out in season 2. Additionally, there is a cult around basically reviving George Washington and freeing him from his egg, aka the Earth. And on top of that, turns out that there's also a conglomeration of soldiers from World War I who were fused together by some kind of creature that was able to be used as a laser beam, and those soldiers became known as the Angel. And season 2 culminated in a war between the Angel and the Statue of Freedom, and that war, that battle destroyed the Earth of the Dean-verse, freeing George Washington from his space egg, and basically destroying the Dean-verse. So the end of season 2 ended with an entire universe being destroyed. However, the implication at the end of it is actually that there were some survivors, and those survivors seemingly were compressed into an alternate dimension whereby they are able to traverse the multiverse in a new two-dimensional form. And on top of that, we learn in a kind of spin-off series that in the Nixon verse, which is still around and kicking, well, Richard Nixon from the Dean verse manages to survive and comes to the Nixon verse as a god, where he splits himself into 3 separate forms and in an attempt to test humanity, and these forms start going crazy and threaten the very existence of the Nixon verse. And the solution to this is that he has all of them kill one another, and then tasks the astronaut who first encountered Richard Nixon on the moon to essentially write about all of the events as fiction, because by fictionalizing the events and fictionalizing Nixon himself, that will rob them of their power and save the Nixon verse. And that's kind of where we're at with that. That is my attempt to sum all of this up. And now we're going into the Monument Mythos Season 3, and I genuinely have no idea what is going to happen. I don't even know if it's going to be set in the Nixon verse. Because some of the implications are that there are, other universes that we don't know about, so we might learn about those. You forgot the power of George Washington's skulls? To be honest, to be honest, I don't know that George Washington's skull has been that significant, except that it was used as a mask by one of the Nixon avatars, shards, fragments of Richard Nixon. I don't know. Anyway, we're going into season 3 now. I'm just gonna close out of Baldur's Gate because it's hard on my computer. But then we have a couple other things, right? So I am now noticing that we have the Monument Mythos Season 3. Then we have something called the Ningen, 1990 to 1992. And then we have a new playlist that was just updated today called the Monument Mythos Modern Day. So things are about to get really weird and really interesting. So buckle in, folks. We are about to dive into our investigation of the Monument Mythos Season 3, and we'll see if maybe we also cover the Ningen. Let's go. Oh god, I don't have it on the screen. I'm sorry. I failed. Okay. Full screen it. Here we go. Okay, so this is the season 3 teaser, and the subtitle here, "No One Has Ever Really Gone," is a reference to the series creator's dad passing away. But also, this seems to be a reference to the Zeppelin, which I kind of skipped over the Zeppelin part. Basically, I think Teddy Roosevelt. No, no, it wasn't Roosevelt. One of the U.S. presidents might have been No, it was Rockefeller. Uh, in the Deanverse, Rockefeller became president and discovered that Giza glass, when it was used to cut off somebody's head, caused the heads to swell up and gain the power of flight. And then he sold them to the Germans, who used them to power Zeppelins. In retaliation, Rockefeller was able to devise a laser weapon that was used on top of the pyramids to destroy the floating Zeppelin threat. And all of this is going to sound absolutely insane if you have not actually watched the other investigations and deep dives into the Monument Mythos, which are all on YouTube. You can either check out just the Monument Mythos on Mr. Manticore's channel, which I highly, highly recommend, or you can come over and see my chat and I kind of puzzling through it and trying to put the pieces together on our own, which I think is very fun. But here we go. Okay, this one... Oh, shit! Okay, this one's just called Mr. Manticore. Memorize the following image. I'm sorry. Okay. What was that? What did you flash on screen? I saw it, you motherfuckers. Don't look. Fucking hell, dude. Oh, God. Oh, no. Well, that's terrifying. Please identify any differences from the prior image shown to you. End part 2. Man. Nah, it's Aurora. You gotta get 3 messages out real quick. It's hard to do. Don't stand near the mirror. I'm gonna really regret doing this from a basement where I know there's a human mannequin behind me. Just tuning in, I'm confused. Serena Higgins, there's really no way that I can convey to you the information. We're watching the 3rd season of a YouTube series about alternate American histories that are infected by, like, eldritch monstrosities that twist American historical figures and kind of tongue-in-cheek make fun of American culture. So That's kind of what's going on in the smallest possible nutshell I can summarize. There's no man. Fuck you, Salmon Moose. Fuck you. I'm sitting in front of a mirror. God damn it. Anyway, also it's a little bit spooky. I just noticed the mannequin. Yeah, I'm in my partner's workshop, where she designs lingerie. Anyway, don't stand near the mirror. Please remain still and breathe regularly. Fuck this. God damn it. This is terrifying. A film by Alex Casanis. What about the romanticores? Alright, this one, I don't know what that had to do with anything, except that it seemed to be some kind of test administered in some sort of bureaucratic way.
Mangekyo?
Kairyu, thank you for gifting a sub to Given Room. That's very kind of you. You're being hella generous today. I missed any explanation that you may have given due to ads. Okay, I'm going to give it really quickly one more time. The explanation is that we are watching the 3rd season of a series on YouTube that is at its heart about American history and culture in alternate universes being manipulated and altered by eldritch forces far beyond our comprehension. That, at least in one of the seasons so far, has resulted in the entire destruction of a universe. And also, fuck the Rockefellers. That's the smallest synopsis I could give you. It's gonna get weird. It's gonna get a little spooky. Hope you enjoy the ride. Here we go. This is Washington Wanderer.
For Virginia.
Happy belated birthday, Jack. DW
For America.
less than 3.
Winby, thank you for the tier 4 sub. Holy moly, thank you so much. But also, guys.
For Virginia. For America.
Okay, so Virginia was one of the main characters of season 1. She is one of the original people who first stumbled upon these special trees, these beings or creatures that are able to bridge universes, and Virginia was pulled into kind of the nexus of these universes and managed to survive there until she was basically spat out into an alternate universe. And then she spent like the next 20 years of her life trying to get back to her own universe, which she was able to do. However, the cost of being sent back to her universe was that the special trees seemingly took her unborn child. I don't know how that works. I don't know why they would want to do that, other than the fact that they seem to eat pain. Yeah, so we're already linking it back to what we know so far. Hey, Carson. On February 20th, 2022, the Horned Serpent metastructure went silent. Now, the Horned Serpent metastructure is George Washington, and again, George Washington spaghettified across the multiverse. So when it's talking about the meta structure, that's what it means, like the multiversal structure that is George Washington. A new song began on February 22nd. Now, what we're seeing here is footage of this kind of pocket dimension or nexus dimension full of these special trees kind of traversing reality. We also know that there are, I'm going to mispronounce this, like Cthonaut, basically people who don protective equipment and make journeys into this kind of alternate dimensional space. And I guess also the implication here is that previously the metastructure of George Washington had been making a song. And that I don't know about you guys, that kind of sounded to me like a very distorted Yankee Doodle Dandy. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but they eat pain? Maybe.
Hello, we're not available now. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep. We will return your call.
Hey, Eunice. It's Howard. I finally accessed the maze servers. The data's crazy.
Maze is like the Deanverse equivalent of Apple.
It's all from an explorer down there. This guy went to Wonderland. Wonderland, metastructure, tomato. This Cthonaut went down there with some new gear, and his data's insane.
Shit.
Sit down for this. It's bombshell. From everything I've looked at, I can confidently say Wonderland keeps copies.
What?
It's like a tea machine. You can't ever delete or replace a file permanently.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Does that mean there are more Dean verses? They got copies. They got backups.
Every time something is moved, a copy is kept on there. It copies the subjects of every transaction. That's why there's so many heat signatures. Our guy, Cthonaut C, he found a copy. It killed him.
Okay, but like what we didn't know before Archangel was whether or not this was like an infinite, like there were implications that it was an infinite multiverse, or if it was a finite multiverse, you know, like are there only 4 realities? Are there only 6 realities? Nope. Infinite realities. Anyone that is traversing this space gets copied infinitely. No data can be destroyed. This is great. Is that the Washington Monument? Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck no. Does this mean every time you jump universes, you create an entirely new universe? I don't think so. I think it implies that universes are, like, that you can wind up in infinite universes. Okay. I'm really hoping this isn't somehow, like, the daughter from inside of Liberty. Oh, wait. We also know that special trees can take on human form when they want to, or a humanoid shape. I think that's the special tree. That's my guess. You know, I'm going in completely blind, guys. Who is the Washington Wanderer? Okay, so we are in the Deanverse here. Monument Mythology. And, the Dean Museum of Natural History. Alright, let's go. The origin of the horned serpent. Yeah, this is a natural history museum. Audio taken from the Open Ceiling Museum sound system. What?
Long ago, a universe ended and all fell into darkness. In that darkness, there were two beings, tree and serpent. They
Okay, so there's the special trees and the horned serpent.
spoke for many eons until one day, serpent became bored. Something would be more interesting than nothing, she said. So serpent decided that she would create a universe. Without letting Tree know, serpent slowly shed her skin and left her branch. First, she laid world eggs. Eggs so big that one could spend their entire life on them. Then she laid God eggs. Eggs with beings to help organize the universe. Then she laid all the plant and animal eggs. Eggs which would make more trees and more serpents. Many God, plant, and animal eggs fell on the world egg known as Earth. It was a cruel and wild place, so cruel and wild that the most powerful deity was the goddess of chaos. Her name was Entropis. However, Entropis was fair. She gave the ability to dethrone her to 4 other gods. They were Simultan, goddess of success, Orderat, goddess of time, Centimek, god of emotion, and Mordeleth, god of death. As the goddess of chaos, Entropis understood that chaos was such an uncontrollable force that she could fall victim to it at any time. And one day, she did. Without any warning, a strange bolt of lightning beheaded her in Giza. Her enormous head fell from the sky and landed in the land of serpents' children. 3 baby serpents found the head. They recognized her instantly. It was fallen Entropis. Then, the baby serpents hatched a plan. If we disguise ourselves with her head, perhaps we could trick the gods into thinking that we are Entropis. Then they could be tricked into giving us power. But once they find out that they were tricked, we would need to kill them to keep our power. How can we kill the gods? We should ask men. They like to make dangerous things. So the 3 baby serpents tucked themselves into the head of Entropis and slithered to the land of men. In the land of men, the baby serpents found 3 types of men. They found a farmer, a warrior, and an advancer. The baby serpents began their performance.
An advancer?
I am Entropis, goddess of chaos. The other gods have gone mad. We need to destroy them before they hurt the land of men. In awe of Entropis's head, the 3 types of men quickly went to work on a weapon. They used a special glass to harness a strange lightning, similar to the very lightning which had killed Entropis herself. They surrounded the charged glass with a strong stone carved into the shape of a handsome hero. When the men finished the weapon, they showed it to Entropis's head. Behold, Pyrasma, the destroyer of gods. The baby serpents thanked the men and took Pyrasma to meet the gods. Eventually,
Okay, so that sounds very similar to the process of creating the Liberty statue. Alright.
the gods found Entropis's head. We have been so worried. Are you okay? I am hurt, but I was treated well in the land of men. They even gave me a gift, Let us restore your powers first. With
Oh, a
that,
scientist.
The three baby
Okay.
serpents became very powerful. Thank you. Now meet Pyrasma. And at the speed of light, Pyrasma burned the gods to death. The three powerful baby serpents thanked Pyrasma and gave the gift of life to all statues in the land of men. After terrorizing their enemies in the animal kingdom,
Gave the gift of life to all statues. Okay.
for eons, the three baby serpents decided that it would be best to grow themselves more, since they wanted to look older. Each baby serpent went to a different world egg to mature. But one world egg was too hot and the baby died. Another world egg was too cold and that baby froze. The only baby that survived continues to grow inside Earth herself, where heat and cold are in perfect harmony.
There's no way that's good, right? Like there's no. I guess the question there is that serpent still George Washington? Venus, Earth, and Mars each house an egg. Yeah. But is this a new universe birthed long after the destruction of the Deanverse? That's what I'm wondering. Angel Ashes. Oh, that could be Serena. We're gonna have to kill Lavos. That is the head of Liberty. Okay, so yes, it looked like that video was supposed to be from the Dean Museum of Natural History. However, remember what we learned directly in the video previous to this, where the universe, the multiverse, keeps copies. So it could very well be that the information from that Dean Museum of Natural History is a copy of something that existed in the Deanverse. I don't know. Look, I'm sure it will make more sense as we go along. Maybe.
Everyone is free now. We do not feel free. You are not a chance. You had your chance. It's your destiny. All I have is a suggestion for you, Angel. Divide yourself until you no longer can. Some of your particles will trickle randomly through the fabric of time in every direction. Learn how soul division contains the past, present, and future.
Perhaps your ashes will give you the third chance you have asked for. So, also what for dinner? I had beef stew for dinner. It was really good. Okay. So, what we know, right, is that following the collapse of the Deanverse, that was brought upon that universe by the fight between the Angel, which is a new energy being that is a conglomeration of like 17 soldiers from World War One, all fused together in like a form of pure energy, and the Liberty statue, which was made to be like that weapon that killed the gods. We also know that there were Cthaunauts currently active during the death of the Deanverse, which means they were not currently in that universe when it was destroyed. Which then leads us to this, which is seemingly a conversation between one of the Cthaunauts who survived the destruction of the Deanverse and the leftover remnants of the Angel, and the Angel is feeling a lot of regret, and essentially the Cthaunauts like, split yourself up, maybe you can change the outcome. Beef stew? Yeah, look, I was trying to suggest you have beef stew. Earth, 02/22/2022. What? Oh no. Oh no. Chat, this video is named Musk Mars. Oh no. Okay. Lay it on me. Lay it on me. Monument Mythos, what is Elon Musk doing? God damn it. God damn it. Musk steps on Mars. It's the Musk Mars Mine, the largest American monument. Okay, so a couple of things already. We've got the largest American monument, and it is on Mars, which kind of would imply that that monument is housing a special tree. And not only that, it is the largest currently existent special tree. And they have Martian glass, which I'm going to assume is either a variant or just another name for Giza glass. What the fuck is that? Oh no. Elon Musk is using the goddamn heads. He's using the heads that Rockefeller sold to the Germans. God damn it. It always keeps coming back to the Giza heads. Wasn't there a dead baby serpent on the next planet out from Earth, so Mars? Yes. Though I don't know what the dead serpents are yet. But I do know that what we just saw here, these are people who were beheaded using Giza glass. And when a person is beheaded using Giza glass, their head swells to massive proportions and gains the power of flight. And in this hellscape of an alternate universe, they are used for slave labor at that point. Yeah, the Canyon Crowns, named after the Grand Canyon where they lived. What are you watching? This is the Monument Mythos. Season 3, baby. But also, I guess things are better now because you can write by hand on Twitter. Views 0, likes 0, shares 0. Mr. Musk, you do God's work. Keep it up. I hope you rot in hell with Rockefeller. Okay, so now everyone knows that Elon Musk is using Canyon Crown slave labor, and also knows that Rockefeller was too. Okay. Let's nuke some ice caps. Oh my god, dude. We do not know Mars. Okay, so the pyramids on Mars are actually the tops of very, very, very tall Washington Monument-like structures. Cool. Okay, so Elon Musk went to Mars, nuked the ice caps, and woke the Martian serpent. Okay, so the snake was not quite as dead as they assumed. Exits the glass mine like a burst intestine falling towards Earth. Oh, this can't be good. God damn Elon Musk. Somehow destroying the universe with his stupidity. New Doom game win. Okay. So now we got Dwight Comics. And Dwight Comics was the company that was founded to fictionalize Nixon and his component parts in order to save the Nixon-verse. This is called After Angel. So keep in mind that what we are seeing through the lens of Dwight Comics is a lightly fictionalized account of something that actually happened, but it's meant to be disseminated as fictional to essentially rob the actual event and its effects of power. The angel goes to fight freedom. Future Angel's ashes slip through time and shift the neurons of past Angel. Please kill me. Freedom. Freedom decapitates Angel. And given what we know of what happens when things are decapitated using Giza glass, which Freedom's sword is made out of, this probably is leading to absolutely nothing good when it's used to behead a being made of pure energy. Oh no. Yeah, so the implication that I got here was that after the destruction of the Deanverse, and on the advice of Cthonaut A, Angel approached the remnants of Freedom, and using kind of the Giza glass's like spatial and temporal properties, was able to divide itself and send its ashes, or its fragments, into the past. And those fragments were then able to alter the neurons of Angel in the past. And instead of fighting Freedom, it asked Freedom to kill it, which Freedom did. And what we are seeing in the result, what we're seeing there, like happening on Mars, might be like the salvaged Deanverse existing through the battle of Angel and Freedom. Okay, that is a lot. All right. Hey, Sweet Myths Music. Also, chat, if we get 10 subs, we'll continue the series through I'm not sure if it's standalone or not, but the Ningen, which follows season 3 here. But we'll keep going here. I think we need 9 more. It almost makes sense, yeah. There are a lot of gaps, though. Golden Gate Girl. Video contains content about suicide.
Hello? Hello?
You got the wrong number.
Oh. Who is this?
Howard. Howard Melrose.
Hi, Howard. What are you doing?
Well, I'm looking out at the bay.
Oh, you're a place by the water. You're lucky.
It is beautiful.
It really is. The view up here is beautiful.
What's your name?
You can call me Eunice, Howard. You have such a mysterious voice.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So mysterious. Just wraps me up like a dark blanket. I could use a blanket now.
How are you in the area?
Oh, am I in the area? I'm on top of the world! Look to the bridge!
The Golden Gate is nice. You're going through the bridge.
Say my name when you're lonely. You make me sound so mysterious.
Okay.
Call me whenever something Call me whenever something exciting happens. I promise I'll listen in Wonderland.
Eunice.
Thanks for talking to me, Howard. Call me later.
Um,
This is unfortunately the last time I can sub until I get a job. Wish luck on my job search and I will remember who to gift subs once the money flows dankies.
Aw, 10-letter name. Thank you for the tier 2 sub, and also, very good luck on your search. I hope you find a job soon. Okay, and thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and yeah, please don't put yourself in a bad spot on my account. Okay. So I'm trying to parse what exactly happened here. I know we're only halfway through the video. But that was Eunice Dean. Apparently committing suicide. Calling Howard Melrose. And, and Eunice Dean is related to James Dean. Okay.
Hello? Monty, I need your help. Jimmy, is that you? Listen, I can't run anymore. I just can't. Nobody likes me anymore. Everybody wants to run me over in the street now. I'm just a dirty dog. Jimmy, it's late. Why don't you hit the hay? Listen to me, you don't understand. I can't run. What do you want? I want you to run. What? Everyone loves you, Monty. Everyone loves you. Jimmy, that's just plain silly. You're already a better president than I'll ever be.
Yo, are we getting a new universe?
I am Montgomery Clift.
Yo, we got the Clift universe. We got an entirely new universe, chat. Let's go. Please visit the community tab and select the Democratic Party's nominee for president in the upcoming election. This is interesting because the community tab kind of implies technology, which the Deanverse could not have. Oh shit, dude. I don't know enough about mid-century pop culture to understand this reference. So, I don't know that Montgomery Clift is a real person. James Dean is a real person. But in the Monument Mythos, James Dean is notable because in the alternate universe where Rockefeller became president, instead of Nixon running for president, James Dean did and became president. But now we're seeing an entirely different universe where James Dean either doesn't become president again or chooses...
Malaki gave asterisk Sweet Myths Music asterisk a asterisk tier 1
Aw.
asterisk subscription.
Malachi, thank you very much for gifting Sweet Myths Music a sub. And, or James Dean never runs for president at all. Now we have Cthonaut C is the name of this video, so we'll find out what happened with Cthonaut C in his incredible footage. Wait, Cliff Montgomery did exist? Oh, Montgomery Clift. Okay, sorry, I didn't know enough about this. Let's see. Remembered for his roles in Red River in 1948, A Place in the Sun in 1951, From Here to Eternity in 1953, Judgment at Nuremberg 1961, and The Misfits also in 1961. And along with Marlon Brando and James Dean, Clift was considered one of the original method actors in Hollywood. Okay. Yeah, I knew about James Dean. I've never heard about this guy before. I just think they're neat. True. Hey, Midnight Null Knight. How you doing? This is so much fun. I love the Monument Mythos so much. It's so much fun to put together. It's like a great puzzle. Mission objective: determine the rate of American Wonderland Syndrome, AWS, in the Martian serpent metastructure. Okay. I do really like that they have a term for why all of this turns on America in all of these universes. American Wonderland Syndrome. That's actually pretty great that they are talking about it. And also, I guess, so Cthonaut C is exploring the Martian serpent as opposed to the horned serpent on Earth, which I guess since there's Cthonaut A, B, and C, Cthonaut C is exploring the Martian serpent metastructure, Cthonaut A is exploring the Earth serpent metastructure, and Cthonaut B then would be exploring the Venusian serpent metastructure. So the multiverse is very anti-America. I mean, like, the design of this entire series is like to be like a satirical look at American society, right? I don't know that I would call it anti-American. Clift was very gay? Hell yeah. Okay, so it looks like the Cthonaut goes into the capsule. The capsule is then put into spacecraft, releasing the Cthonaut capsule now. The USS George Washington. This is so cool. Oh. Whoever got selected for this job really got the short end of the stick, because this looks utterly terrifying. Good luck in there. This is footage from inside of Wonderland. The spaghettis sent us back home. We're in Wonderland. There's a child here too. Oh no. That child is either Virginia, or it's Virginia's, like, stolen unborn child. Oh god. Cthonaut C finds the child. Jesus fucking Christ. So that child is clearly not Virginia, because Virginia had clothes on and was not a baby. And also, I just really like this little question mark, as if we could not piece together that whoever's in this suit would be completely bamboozled by whatever the fuck this is. Jesus Christ. Is that blood? I have no idea what it is. I genuinely no idea. Yeah, I don't think that's blood. Also, it's very funny to me that he's just using a sword. Like, they have the technology to send him into space to explore this thing, and he just whips out a sword. Okay, so then one of the special trees zaps the child away. Wait. That's why there's so many heat signatures.
Cthonaut C. He found a copy. He killed him.
Oh no. Oh. When it says C joins the child, the copy killed Cthonaut C and then assumed his place?
Cthonaut C. He found a copy. He killed him.
Remember me. For Virginia. For America.
It was Everett! Oh my god!
Virginia.
Oh, that was her unborn baby, chat. Oh, shit.
For America.
Oh, wait. American Wonderland Syndrome is characterized by an extreme distortion of physical attributes. The distortion is most commonly observed in individuals exposed to the horned serpent metastructure, such as Cthonauts or Washington... I'm sorry. Or Washington absentees. Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, Alice in Wonderland Syndrome is a brain-related condition. AWS is not. There is no cure for AWS, but supportive care can improve quality of life. Euthanasia is an option for those suffering from American Wonderland Syndrome. Please consult your doctor. Oh, so babies then get like stretched and oh my god. It's demonstrating what American Wonderland Syndrome does. Photograph of Everett Arnoldson in Wonderland with AWS. American Wonderland Syndrome. Oh, God. That's him. I think this is him. Right here, this glowing figure. Because the alternative is, this is Everett. And these could be eyes, I guess. And this could be a mouth. Oh, no. Fuck. Okay. Oh shit. We have a new video. Dean Devil. Now remember from season 1, way back at the beginning, there was the Anti-Dean Association that declared that President James Dean was actually the devil. Now this is from the Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Nothing super weird here. Fidelity, bravery, integrity.
The FBI is offering a reward of up to $1 million for information leading directly to the arrest of alleged murderer Howard Melrose. The 18-year-old is the latest addition to the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list. In 1968, Melrose was contacted by Eunice Dean, Vice President James Dean's older sister. During the call, Melrose verbally assaulted and threatened Eunice.
What?
After which, she leapt off the Golden Gate Bridge. Melrose was caught on camera shortly before leaving San Francisco. Special Agent Rod Serling.
What? Special Agent Rod Serling. Oh my god, dude. Oh god. This is wild. Howard is dangerous. His voice alone can kill a man. Oh god.
Howard is dangerous. His voice alone can kill a man. Never answer a call from Howard Melrose. Keep your children far away from that telephone.
If you have tips about Melrose's whereabouts, dial 1-800 Dean Deliverance.
We want to keep Howard Melrose away from every telephone in America. At 0900, we intercepted a call from Howard's home. I led a team of agents into his house 9 minutes later. He had packed his bags and left. At 0400, we intercepted a call from the Hollywood Rockefeller Hotel. I led a team of agents into the building 18 minutes later. He had evaded the room with his belongings. He had attempted to redact and shred copies of an airplane ticket. Off the record, Mr. Vice President. I know that you're upset, but listen to me. Whatever I say next, promise me you'll stay put. No more jokes about taking Air Force 2 for a one-man kill assignment. I'm trusting you, Mr. Dean. We currently have eyes on Howard Melrose. He's about to leave LAX on a flight to DC. We can wait for him there. Promise me that. Mr. Vice President, are you there?
Oh wait. We have to check one thing. We have to check one thing. We have to look at the map. Hey Natalie. Okay, is there anything off about this map? I mean, the only thing off about this map is that it hasn't all been taken over by Alcatraz, so... Oh yeah, also in case you haven't been keeping up, Alcatraz, the island, is like a living infection. It's actually an organism that divides and will completely consume the planet. At least it did in the in the Deanverse to Earth. Is this an SCP thing or something else entirely? It's something else entirely. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you've been feeling depressed, Natalie Lush. But it will get better, I promise. Okay, so James Dean took Air Force 2 and intercepted Howard Melrose's plane and blew it up, and now everyone hates James Dean. Okay, gotcha. Cthonaut A. What?
Howard the coward, Dean the devil. I will not let you two ruin humanity. Try again, fools.
Is that fucking Nixon? Because Nixon, if Cthonaut A is the Cthonaut that survived the destruction of Earth from the Deanverse, and then went into the Nixonverse, that would make Cthonaut A Nixon. And also Dean the Devil. Oh shit, guys, it's all coming together. Oh shit, dude. Okay, I have to go take a quick bathroom break, but I will be back in a few minutes. You guys don't go anywhere, okay? Right. So, just to recap, we are watching The Monument Mythos. We're on Season 3. We're about halfway through Season 3 now. To really put it in a nutshell for you guys who are new, The Monument Mythos is a series on YouTube by Mr. Manticore, and it's a satirical look at American culture and history in the form of like a weird Lovecraftian sci-fi story wherein America exists across multiple dimensions and is basically the only nation on Earth, and also its history is very different, like Rockefeller became president, and also the Earth is inhabited by like these creatures that look like trees but aren't trees that can bridge the gaps between universes and so on and so forth. Also, George Washington has been spaghettified across the universe and resides wrapped as a giant serpent inside of the Earth, and it's implied that he is some form of deity. Also, Elon Musk has gotten to the moon and unleashed, I guess, like some form of deity or god. unknown if it's dead or alive, but it can transport people across universes. Anyway, everything's insane. We're about to learn more because there are several other universes. Just strap yourselves in and embrace the insanity. Here we go.
2 weeks following the disappearance of James Dean, the National Park Service suspended all ferry services to Liberty Island, and over the next 48 hours, a massive platform was constructed at the base of the Statue of Liberty. Due to the National Park Service's unwillingness to disclose the purpose of the platform and the reluctance of Washington politicians to discuss its costs, news of the mysterious structure's appearance quickly spread across the country. What was the platform? Why was it built so close to the Statue of Liberty? All these and more were questions frequently asked in American neighborhoods and newspapers.
Okay, just real quick, just have to point out that the base of the Statue of Liberty that was constructed is completely censored. That's not just it's not just the captions. Also, notice that Liberty, the statue on top of the Capitol Dome, is just not there anymore, which is interesting. Because it can move on its own. I'm not going to elaborate for people who are new. Anyway, let's go. Oh, God.
To the Statue of Liberty. All these and more were questions frequently asked in American neighborhoods and newspapers. Famous writers like Charles Beaumont and Rod Serling wrote their theories in exciting opinion pieces, while scientists like Hugh Everett and J. Robert Oppenheimer illustrated their own speculations in intricately detailed diagrams.
I'm sorry, what? Make America a better place. Leave the country. And then just censored graffiti. Excellent.
But all Americans, civilians and celebrities alike, were equally in the dark. Nobody knew why there was a massive platform on Liberty Island. Shortly after the cement of the platform had visibly dried, workers surrounded the structure with robust titanium fencing.
I just have to check.
The platform had visibly dried. Workers surrounded the structure with robust titanium fencing, inside of which thousands of chairs were installed, each bolted deep into the photographs of the...
Oh. They're gonna kill a lot of people for the Statue of Liberty. Okay, cool.
The chairs on Liberty Island were quickly printed on front pages around the country. Photographs of the platform's various angles were televised after news broadcasts to give audience members time to scrutinize over visual details. Many of these hastily edited slideshows were looped for an additional 15 minutes to allow family units to gather in living rooms and analyze the platform as closely as possible. The broadcasts, though strange and unprecedented, were well received for uniting families in the evenings. On the third morning after the platform's completion, workers were seen lining the entire island with large explosives. Every acre of land around the Statue of Liberty and the platform's metal fences was covered in an intricate web of electrical wires wrapped around bundles of dynamite. The sight greatly concerned New Yorkers. Due to unsubstantiated rumors of an impending atomic bomb test on Liberty Island, roadways became violently congested with traffic and airports were suddenly packed with newly registered passengers. Many civilians wanted to leave the East Coast in order to avoid any potential shockwaves produced by the Liberty Island explosive. While law enforcement and regional government officials urged the public to remain calm and at home, no concrete reasoning was ever provided. Ambiguous explanations from many mayors and governors only worsened the widespread anxieties. Numbers of missing children dramatically increased in the afternoon as groups of siblings refused to stay put with parents at home and decided instead to seek shelter out west.
Wait, are they dropping nukes on Liberty for live sacrifices? for their sacrifices. So I have no idea what the bolted seats are supposed to be, if they are also just going to bomb the shit out of this. What we do know is that inside the Statue of Liberty is a special tree. I don't know why they're going to try and blow it up, but given the history of what we know about special trees, trying to blow it up is not actually going to do anything to harm them. It might make them angry. So not entirely sure what the plan is, but yeah. Also, we missed you, Beef Torque Hunk. I hope you've been okay.
Cats, dogs, and other domestic animals ran freely through city streets, released by their owners.
Oh, also, we know that the special trees do tend to zap children away, so it seems like there are just mass kidnappings, and also the unsubstantiated rumors of a nuclear blast. Probably a bit more substantiated than this broadcast wants people to think.
In an attempt to spare their lives. Dog, cat, and snake attacks became common in all major cities. In New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles, and Miami, curfews were dispatched to collect loose...
I'm sorry. What the fuck? Is this is supposed to be a snake attack? Jesus.
Los Angeles and Miami, curfews were dispatched to collect loose pets. 1 in every 5 servicemen sustained injuries from agitated animals. Even the incumbent president was attacked by a dog which had passed through the White House fence. Rushed to the Walt Disney Hospital to treat injuries, the president remained indoors for the rest of the day. In the evening, she requested a full explanation be provided by a representative of the National Park Service on live television.
Wait, who the fuck is the president here?
There would be no response, and an hour later, at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, the explosives on Liberty Island detonated.
Also, why are they showing a picture of the Statue of Liberty with people in it?
Explosives on Liberty Island detonated. The resulting shockwave caused the Statue of Liberty to visibly totter. Fires erupted on all trees in the area. Since the fencing and chairs were bolted into the ground, the platform remained completely unscathed. However, the surrounding inferno released massive clouds of ash into the sky. Passing ships and aircrafts recorded the hellish scene on film. Ferry services were reopened by the National Park Service to allow firefighters access to the flames. By 7 p.m., all plant life had been decimated, and the Statue of Liberty had become even more oxidized from being exposed to high temperatures. A nuclear attack on Liberty? Construction gone wrong? Headlines provided no more clarification than your next-door neighbor. Firefighters extinguished the fires by 9 p.m. and reported no American fatalities. At midnight, cameras captured the activation of a spotlight on the Liberty.
So remember, we know that radiation activates special trees.
Platform. The bright white circle of light remained unoccupied for several minutes
before a what?
After Clift spoke, James
This is
Dean,
democracy.
alive and well.
This is reality. Try again, fools.
Disappointment is vast. I had to save a goddamn teenager from being murdered by the vice president. Yet you still support Mr. Dean. Grief makes monsters, and monsters stay in power. Yet you still see me as the monster. Why don't you look in the mirror sometime? If I continue to exist, I will continue to be disappointed. If I let you exist, you will continue to be a disappointment. How about we make a simple deal, you fools? I will leave your universe where I see an act of true kindness. That would take a goddamn miracle.
So, Cthonaut A is Richard Nixon, right? I feel like I'm like 95% sure about that. The funny part is he polled his community. They wanted James Dean for president even after all this. So this is the reaction. James Dean tried to murder a teenager, and he's still the fucking president. So are Cthonauts good or bad, or in between, or outside the binary of good or evil? Also, Eva, thank you very much for the 2 gifted tier 1 subs. And Clarity Echoes, thank you for the 100 biddies. And also, Eva, thank you for the 400 bits. I really, really appreciate the support. So, Cthonauts are just guys. Like they're just people, as far as we know, right? So essentially the government discovered that, there's a multiverse, and discovered the area known as Wonderland, which is kind of the nexus of the multiverse. And it's a terrifying, terrifying place. But in order to study it and understand it better, they, like how there are astronauts who go out into space, there are Cthonauts who go out into this multiversal nexus that is very much beyond human understanding, and their job is to gather information to try and understand it. And in this universe where James Dean became president, the universe actually ended because of I'm not going to go into the details. Basically, George Washington emerged from his egg, and because George Washington was spaghettified across the entire universe, the egg was Earth, and so this gigantic being emerged from the Earth. The Earth was destroyed, universe got ended. That would kind of be it. Except that when the Earth was destroyed, the Cthonauts, the several Cthonauts that exist, were in the nexus of the multiverse, or in other universes entirely. So they continued to survive. And also it's, I believe in... I don't know. Archangel, maybe you can confirm. Like, Cthonaut A is Richard Nixon, right? That's how Nixon was able to be sent into the Nixonverse and save it from its own destruction, right? That's my understanding, is that Richard Nixon is Cthonaut A, and he's now, with the assistance of the angel that ushered in the destruction of the Deanverse, is now trying to basically avert the fate of the Deanverse, which was complete annihilation. He's trying to save his universe. You mean the Dean Tales? Boo! Boo! My brain hurts now. It is a wild journey, Serena. I do highly recommend you check it all out over on Mr. Manticore's channel. Or you can watch our investigations and theorizing as we go by the seat of our pants. Anyway, this is clearly not the end of the video. Oh. Also, this is just a genuine message from the creator of this series, Alex Kasanis, to his dad, who passed away almost 2 years ago. Dear Dad, it's been almost 2 years. I wish I could show you the new episodes. I think you would have liked them, Alex. Hey, Fox of Fate. Okay, and I think we have 2 more videos in this. And this is Arnoldson Alone, which probably is a reference to Virginia Arnoldson, who is one of the first people to set foot that we know of in the multiversal nexus of Wonderland. The following wood engravings were found in Babylon Forest. Everett's story will be narrated by an individual with AWS. Okay, so also Babylon Forest is, I believe, the forest that George Washington came across the cherry tree in. I'm not entirely sure about that. But it's interesting that it's talking about Everett, because again, Everett Arnoldson is Virginia Arnoldson's son, who was taken out of her as she was transported across universes by the special trees and was protected by Cthonaut C. And it seems to be that Everett was transported away and has the American Wonderland syndrome that has been described to us previously.
If my relationship one day isn't as wholesome as Jack and Clarice's, then I don't want it.
Just, real talk. Just get you someone who... Make sure that whoever you guys, wind up with or spend time with, make sure that they treat you like baseline decent. You shouldn't be afraid of your partner. You shouldn't be constantly on pins and needles. And they should be there for you when it really counts. When the chips are down, they should be able to show up for you. And if they can't do that, then they're not for you, Also, Kyrie, thank you very much for gifting Fox of Fate a sub. I think a lot of people, it takes far, far, far too long to realize what bare minimum is. And bare minimum is somebody who, likes and respects you, And so many people settle for far less than that. And they're miserable. So, don't settle. Also, this is interesting because as far as we know, the only young girl who has been to Wonderland is Virginia Arnoldson, but this is Everett Arnoldson's story. So I think this is validating my theory from like 3 seasons from back in the first season, where Everett, the man Virginia encountered in Wonderland,
You need to catch up on the skibbity.
is her own son from the future. Also, thank you for the $5 dono. We will catch up on Skibbity Toilet, just not today. If we're gonna catch up on Skibbity Toilet, at least let it be like, 20 minutes of Skibbity Toilet, so it's not just me reacting to like 3 minutes of content. Took me 4 years to realize that pausing before I put my keys in the door because I don't want to have to deal with what's on the other side of the door is not normal. There are people out there who will treat you like the treasure that you are. Yeah. There are people who will love you. Anyway. So this confirms my theory. I'm very excited about this. So, Everett Arnoldson despite all odds, managed to survive in Wonderland, where his physical body was warped beyond recognition, and Virginia, or at least the copy of Virginia in Wonderland, led him back to his original reality in the Deanverse, where he was just left alone after an infinite amount of time in the wilderness. And he recognized after his return that Elon fucking Musk had blown apart Mars and released this long dead god that was going to basically pull all of humanity into Wonderland and turn all humans into the life that he had for an infinite amount of time. And he looked up at the star and said, "No." I will not let the earth be pulled into hell. God damn, that's so cool. It's so cool. Oh, God. Like, this series is weird and freaky and scary, but, like, it's also just so goddamn cool. Fuck. Like, that hit me, you know? Like, that revelation. Ugh, my heart. That was so good. Okay, we have one more video in season 3. Let's check it out. This video is Freedom Forever. I should have stayed a writer. Rod Serling. The Death of President Dean. A true story by Rod Serling. So we've got a fragment of the angel here, and we've got the Statue Liberty. What the fuck? Okay, so Everett intervened in the fight between the angel and Liberty, and now they're all gonna go fuck up that dead god. Let's go. Let's fucking go. I hate that thing. Oh shit. Okay, so some of the deep lore of this series is that the Liberty statue that was placed on top of the Capitol dome, okay, was made by a sculptor in Italy. That sculptor cut himself up using Giza glass, removing pieces of his limbs and body, and put it into the statue so that the statue could move and continue functioning, because Giza glass doesn't actually, like, chop something off so much as displaces it in space-time. Okay? And then his daughter followed him, and he decided he would put his daughter into the statue as well so that they could be together forever. That's the two inner angels of liberty. They haven't tried to hurt us. We want to go where no one will hurt us. A more perfect union, indeed. So they all fuse into one creature. Alright. Interesting. Wait, what was this helicopter? What is this? Does it say something? It looks like it says something. Air Force. Oh, US Air Force. What on earth is this? Interesting. Mr. Squirrel! Mr. Squirrel is back, everybody! Mr. Squirrel! Oh, God. I didn't think we'd ever see another Mr. Squirrel documentary. Wait, a new constellation known as Manticore. You must call me Mr. Manticore is a constellation that's smiling. That's actually kind of adorable. Oh, my bad. Haha. What are you made of? Good people. The men. Nina, Thomas, Freedom, Everett. Goodbye, Cthonaut A. Guys. Guys. That was beautiful. Mr. Manticore is made of good people. I like that. I like that a lot. Nope. Sorry. Just in case there's anything else.
I am Montgomery Clift, and I approve this message.
Excellent. So that's the end of Monument Mythos Season 3. What can we pull out of that one? I mean, I think that's a beautiful way to kind of like end this story. But we know that the story doesn't end here, right? Like, just to kind of summarize what we learned, right? Like, I'm Idaho. Thank you for gifting a sub to Jim Moneymaker. I don't know what documentary you're talking about, Jim. Sorry. But what did we learn here so far? We learned man, we learned that in the mythology of the Monument Mythos, essentially like a bunch of like usurper demigods got humans to build them a weapon, and that weapon operated very similarly to the Liberty statue, or the Freedom statue. We learned that the angel was able to survive the death of the universe, and then was able to send its consciousness back to alter its mind. We learned that Elon Musk made it to Mars and exploded the ice caps, revealing another dead god. We learned that James Dean murdered a teenager because he thought that that teenager had used his voice to kill his older sister. Cthonaut C apparently protected Everett while Everett was just a baby. But we don't really know the ultimate fate of Cthonaut C unless we can kind of just take it at face value that he was indeed killed by a copy of himself. We know that Montgomery Clift became president, with James Dean as the vice president. We know that Everett was then able to survive to the modern day in like a twisted new form, and that ultimately Everett was able to come through and bridge the gap between Freedom and the Angel, and the three of them fused into one being of, you know, dozens of souls, and were then able to go and stop the destruction of Earth at the hands of the dead god that Elon had created. So that's kind of where we're at. The Dean verse has been saved. However, you guys continued to gift subs, so we're going to take a look at this video called The Ningen. It's a playlist. I don't know if this is a... honestly, I don't know if this is related to the Monument Mythos. Might be its own standalone thing. I don't know. If it is its own standalone thing, I have no idea what it is. And additionally, we do know that the Monument Mythos itself proper continues, because there is also a playlist, Monument Mythos Modern Day. And Donald Trump crying blood, Monument Mythos Modern Day teaser. Let's watch that. I feel like we can watch the teaser. Good night, Rubber Adset. what is happening? It's a teaser for the Monument Mythos modern day. And I assume it's called that because it's going to use modern day politicians and political figures. But yes, indeed, the very first episode of the Monument Mythos modern day has released, and it's called America Attack. So, you know, that's what that is. But of course, we're not going to watch it until it's done, because if we're just watching it piecemeal, it makes it very hard to